Mark the X. This is AM 970 WSTX.
All right, it's Thursday, Reflections Thursday, a great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent Thursday as we pave the way for a Friday. So let's start off with thank God for Thursday, because without Thursday there would be no Friday. All right, good. Good morning, Virgin Islands. Good morning, Caribbean, down under, over there in Europe. Nice hearing from you. All the way up to the northern United States and Canada, and all the way up there to the St. Kitts Nevis Tourism Association up there and friends I have up there. All right, glad to know that you take the time every now and then to tune in here to this part of the Caribbean and the things we have to say, and you're concerned for what's going on here. No matter where your roots are and where you spread off to, this is still part of you. And it's good to hear from you. All right, fantastic. I have a couple of shout outs I want to do this morning. It's one thing to beat up on organizations, but we got organizations that do good things, and every now and then they might lose their way. You gotta beat up on them and bring them back in line. But it's part of the process. But one of the things sometimes we can tend to do, and we need to discourage our behavior in doing, is focusing on the negative. And as you should know by now, this show focuses on the positive. And I got a couple of government agencies I want to talk about this morning. When I said talk about, not to beat up on them, I've got some kudos to give out. First of all, I want to talk about Department of Licensing and Consumer Affairs. Okay? Those folks, as I've said before, have a professional operation. From the time you walk in the door, they've got someone there greeting you, bilingual. They have computers there in the lobby so that if by chance you use their online system, they can assist you right then and there on the spot to get things going or to figure out whatever it is your challenge that you need assistance with. And I want to say that they have come a long ways and working very hard to make sure that the red tape of getting your business going is minimized as much as possible so that they can focus on business activity. All right, and so I just wanted to give kudos in that regards. If you ever have an experience that's less than the best, all I'm saying is the other 99 good ones count too, so make sure you talk about the 99 good ones. All right. Another agency I want to talk about, although a lot of people may not want to hear from them unless they're getting their tax returns, is Internal Revenue Bureau, IRB. Okay, they turn the letters around now as BIR, whatever. You know, whatever the acronyms are and whatever order they come in, it's talking about taxes and that type of information. But they're integral to business operations also. And I've had several causes to be there and have conversation with some of their agents there and so forth and so on. All good stuff, trying to find out information about being in business and making sure that the business stays in compliance. And I have to really give kudos to them in terms of the professional nature in which my inquiries were handled. And I want to say also that that it's important that we as business people learn the ropes, know the ropes, and they are there to help us, sometimes guide us, give us the right forms, the right things we've got to do. Because you don't want to be in business a year down the road and then find out what you were supposed to file this and file that, and then there was a penalty and everything. No. These folks are really professional and helpful in that regards. Okay. Now there's and other things that other agencies that I've had cause to deal with in that very same building where IRB is, dealing with the folks there for the insurance, the government insurance, and the workers' comp. and businesses trying to navigate that. I want to say that got excellent service down in workers' comp. It was personable. It was the kind of, when you go in some place and the person working there makes you feel so good that even if they tell you no, you can't have what you want, you feel good because of the way the interaction has gone. And that's something that in and of itself is worth noting, because the smile goes a long ways, the personable interaction goes a long ways, and you never know who you're talking to. Because it could be a person that's just a small business trying to get their thing off the ground, or it could be a multimillionaire who's looking into the facts of what it takes to get going in business here in the Virgin Islands. You just never know. So that smile and that friendly interaction goes a long ways. Okay, then something else I just want to touch on. We have these crosswalks out there, and I've been observing some situations where people aren't respecting the crosswalks. And I'm saying, folks, everybody started out somewhere along the line crawling and then walking. Everybody can remember that day when they didn't have a car. And even so, it may be your child, your family, whoever, it just takes a few seconds to hold up and let somebody cross at the crosswalk. It's better to err on the side of safety and goodwill towards your fellow man. Let them get across the street. Aside from the fact that it's the law, you're supposed to stop and let them cross. We don't want to bring it down to the law. We want you to know that it's just something that man to man, woman to woman, and any other combination, that we should be looking out for each other. Okay? Now, another aspect of that, there's a law called the Americans with Disability Act, ADA. Okay? And we know that folks, there but for the grace of God go any one of us with a disability, whether from birth or something happened to you in an accident or so forth and so on. All right? If you're a business, you got to make sure that your business is set up in a way to be friendly. All right? Now, the private sector, I don't have too much to say about today, because my interaction and focus is up on the public sector, the government. We still have agencies where people have to come in and pay their bills and stand in line or whatever, so forth and so on. It's nice if you can do it online. It's nice if you can dispatch somebody to do it for you. But when you have these lines that take you an hour to get up to the window, anybody, man, woman, a child, could need to use the bathroom. Well, we still have agencies here that if they have a bathroom, the bathroom can't be navigated by a wheelchair, much less a motorized vehicle. Some of them, if they manage to get in, they'll never get out. They'll have to call VI Rescue to cut out the walls to get them out. And I think it's about time that we start looking at these things, because you've had time and opportunity to get it together. A wheelchair requires 33 inches to get through the door. There's an agency that's got 2 doors that's 28 inches each. So if you're coming in a wheelchair, you better be able to use both of your hands to open each door and somehow move the wheelchair at the same time. Okay? Now, you give recognition to some place like the Kmart's or the ICC when you go there and the door opens up automatically. But we're talking about a government agency that 2 years ago, through the ADA assessment that every government agency was required to do, that they know about it. And 2 years later, they haven't replaced that door. Tell me if that ain't willfulness. All right? Tell me. Now, do you want it to be a public thing to embarrass that particular agency? I'm not calling the name. I'm not interested in embarrassing them. I just want to see the door change so that our people can get in the door. That we show that we truly do have respect and empathy for those people with special needs. Not just show up at their function when they have a function to recognize them on that special month. Okay? So, anyhow, you fellas down in West and ladies down in West, you might want to listen to this one too, and next time you go to a government agency or you haul them in to talk in front of you, ask them why that door is still two 28-inch doors instead of one big opening door, or if not, if it got to be 28 inches, an automatically opening door for people coming in that need to be assisted in this way. Okay? Ask them why the bathrooms are still not accessible. Okay? Now, this is the kicker. This is the kicker. I'm investigating a situation where they have an ADA bathroom and the bathroom is locked. Okay? And the person in a wheelchair asks to use the bathroom and they send them to a bathroom down the hall, okay, that isn't ADA equipped. Alright? Now, again, I'm not calling names because I'm not going to embarrass anybody, but when I come around and ask, you better give me the right answer and tell me what's going on, because this is the one in. If you have an ADA bathroom and it's not accessible to your ADA people, I'm going to bust you out. Okay? They are people too. And projects I've been working on recently, folks tend to think of ADA in terms of somebody who have a problem from birth. The bottom line is all you have to have is one accident midlife, and all of a sudden you can be in a wheelchair or need special assistance. So let's be real. Okay, it's about public service and meeting those needs. All right. So see, sometimes we have to go a little bit into the negative to bring out the positive, but we don't dwell on the negative. Because as I said, we've talked about certain agencies that are doing great, fantastic, outstanding things in terms of service to the public in their mission, and I want them to get the kudos accordingly. All right? Okay, so let's change it up just a little bit. Let's change it up just a little bit and talk about things going on here in St. Croix leading up to the rest of this new month. Hey, Cecily.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm awake.
You sure now? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I run my mouth long enough, so you should be awake by now. This is the first of the month. Mm-hmm. So that means we're counting down 30 more days on top of that.
I would say, guess what? 90 days till the new year.
Uh-huh. Time is flying.
That's how I'm looking at it right now. 90 days till January.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you, this 30 days that we have following this great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent Thursday, that is the first day of this month. Wow. Okay? Have some very interesting things going on in it. Okay?
Isn't this Hispanic Heritage Month as well too?
Mm-hmm. Ah!
Yeah, because it started in September and ends on Puerto Rico Friendship Weekend.
Yes, and I saw the schedule there on Facebook. They've got some interesting things that are going to be going on in this month.
Yes.
All right. As usual. Good food, good music, celebration of culture.
Of course.
All right. Yeah. Puerto Rican families and Crucian families and Crucia Rican families.
And they actually have the if I can recollect, they usually have the ball game fun day that they have over in Campo Rico.
Uh-huh.
Because I usually used to go there, play with UVI team.
Okay. And they have a parade that's going to be coming through town also. And there's going to be car races going on. I know they were trying to get the folks in from Puerto Rico for the car races also, but I don't know if they were successful in that. But the bottom line is there's going to be a lot going on. Now, you've got UVI's got homecoming this month.
Yes.
Okay.
Soccer team been blowing up like crazy.
Okay.
On St. Croix, so they've been winning. I think they won 10 games already so far.
Okay. And just want to remind people that this is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Domestic Violence Awareness Month also.
All right.
And Red Ribbon Week is in the end of October.
Okay.